On today's episode of Let's Talk FGO, the Evocation Festival continues with more welfares that are back. Finally, Nobu buff. It has been literally like 8 years. Hello, I am one of your hosts. I am Omega. With me as always is Lucky. We are not adding any funny intros. We're here, we're going to do the show, and then we're going to go play Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
I click refresh. Out for delivery. All right, then. Well, with that, I hope everyone is enjoying Fate Grand Order, a.k.a. A Blast from the Past. And while we here at Studio Mega like to bring you the latest FGO-related news and memes, we'll be talking about current and future events about the JP&E version of the game. So anyone not wanting spoilers should just go play Tears of the Kingdom. I would, but it hasn't arrived yet.
If you accidentally hear anything in the background, mine's still open on the TV. I just paused it to save it, maybe. But alright, we're gonna move swiftly on. We do have a few things to talk about, but we don't need to linger over long. But obviously, I would like to remind you that this episode is still brought to you by our lovely patrons, such as Added Heart, Blacklist OG, Call Me Zed, Carlos, Dragon, Ferris, Face Icebird, Jeremy Vasquez, JDV 9000, Just to the Fae, Jonathan Sandoval, Starlight, Legendary Boss Hunter, Liam Kessler, Regent Raptor, Rogue Robin, Charvor, Sean Pryor, some guy named Bob, and Baron the Crow. And if you like what we do and want to see us do more, consider supporting us on Patreon. Get access to episodes early and other cool stuff. It really helps us out. But alright, we're going to move swiftly on to business time. First of all, let us go ahead and check in with everybody's favorite Kohai. Mash.
Senpai, 起きてください.
Because it's time for Wake the Fuck Up Senpai, our segment for pro tips. Technically covered this last week when talking about the new Grail front, but it's worth it to remind people, especially because I think FGO just tweeted about this. But you don't need to beat those servants with the big danger number on them. All of them have a subtitle that says not a victory condition, so the game is very careful to remind that you don't have to do that. But if you do actually go out there and defeat them, they are usually blocking the special chest, the gold chest, on the map, which gives you 5 of a mat you might need. Such as the latest map that just released was hiding egg. 5 egg. And if you haven't actually poked those yet, or like some people on this podcast have not actually done your Grail fronts yet, those guys have 2 HP break bars, basically, as opposed to the normal 1 that all servants have, and usually are on the beefier side, but don't necessarily have anything else going on. I think some of them have some passive buffs and others do not. It's just a little extra condition you need to watch out for, but you get mats. But that is our pro tip, just reminding everybody. Chat is just firing on the memes. You are all just ready to rock and roll, aren't you? But alright, we have no real records, no real evils. I mean, I could tell you about how I've blown like 6 tickets on the Lartoria banner and not got anything, but I think that's expected at this point. I will say it's kind of funny because I don't know if it's because of my device or some of the updates they did lately, but I'm actually starting. I think I might have to re-download all my packet, because I'm actually getting the thing where I get lag on spins again, and I'm like, oh, this is taking a while. This is going to be a servant. It is, but it's usually silvers. For a while, I haven't actually had any delay, but I guess my files have gotten cluttered again. Also, just a general, business memento, and it is towards the negative, so I guess it's good to talk about it here. I am aware, you may have seen some people posting about it. The latest recap did finally come out. The audio in the front half is a little scuffed. Some people have been talking about it. I believe it gets better in the back half. After the time break, it's about 2 hours in. Unfortunately, the front half I edited literally 2 weeks ago, and I was sick between now and then, so my memories of, like, what was going on in that process are just fucking gone. If it is drastically unlistenable to you, I apologize. Obviously, the original still exists. You can go track down those 2 episodes. One of them was a live stream. And after I get through the others, I can consider if people are interested in a redo, I can try and retrack the audio again and, just do it better, because it shouldn't have sounded like that before I got it in the editing bay, but something happened. Sometimes these things do get a little away from me, and I gotta ratchet it back, but again, like I said, I just don't remember. I don't remember what it was like. Oh, there's the thumbnail. Okay, let me save that really quick.
Yosh.
While I am doing that, I will say that it is time to move on to our next segmento, which is... Sorry, had to swallow there. Did you finish your master missions? And to complete your master missions this week, you need to perform 30 FP summons, defeat 5 servants, defeat 15 humanoid enemies, defeat 15 Earth attribute enemies, and then complete quests 5 and then 10 times. So, basically do anything. I'm pretty sure you can Fuyuki Slamajama this one to do most of this stuff, and if you need to get a little extra on the Earth attribute, you can go to Jura Forest. I'm pretty sure werewolves are Earth. Yes, Earth. And obviously the stuff like, defeat 5 servants, etc., and some of those humanoid ones you'll get done on Grail fronts as well, but you aren't guaranteed to get the quests in Earth that way, so got to do a little bit of outside work. Alright, I have unpaused the audio. I'm back with my bottle of water. We're back.
Well, like I said, I like those kind of games, but Pokemon just never has enough story for me, so I'm all like,
I guess you might actually be interested in looking at Scarlet and Violet sometime. They really re-googled that to actually give you, like, distinct storylines where stuff happens, but I also still haven't finished it up, because backlog.
No,
As I stare at my copy of Tactics Ogre still not inserted in machine, and will not be for a while, because more new games. But you're not here to hear us talk about games. That's that other show we do. What's up? Check it out. Or don't. Miss it forever. But we got JP Evocation Festival Part 2. Starts the 10th, so started a couple days ago. Goes until the 24th. And looks like we're going to see this every month or so, which is probably good. So
probably get caught up. Yeah.
We have added Halloween Liz, Brave Liz, Original Oda Nobunaga, and Mysterious Idol X Alter, Mixa, to the Leaf Shop. So that means that their extra copies, Ascension Mats, and Servant Coins are all in your shop for Leaf currency. They have, once again, refreshed your login bonus and bonus master missions for more Leaf currency. There's also some Saint Quartz on there as well. So still, keeping on. And I think let me double check the amounts. I believe it is about the same as it was last time. Yeah, so log in basically every day during the period. You get a huge collection of the Leaf currency and 10 Saint Quartz total. There's another 6, 8, 10. Yeah, another 10 Saint Quartz if you do limited time master missions to do Ember Gathering, free quests, and level up your new welfares. So keep all that in mind. You also are looking at double XP, double suck chance, half QP cost to increase, and that's just raw leveling up, by the way. It doesn't include skills, rapid skills, etc., but just your raw level. And damage bonus during this duration for the new welfares, or, the newly added welfares, I should say. And also, a very interesting thing, half AP on Ember Gathering, which are open every day for just Rider Saber and Caster Archer. Obviously, there's no, extra daily embers, so Mix is a little left out, but they're trying to get you your EXP bonus.
Yeah.
So that's nice. There you go. We also got a bevy of rank ups for, admittedly, some of our most in-demand welfares to rank up. Mixa does not have a rank up in this, but hypothetically, they could still rerun her event. It kind of seems like they wouldn't, considering the primary virtue would be to get the extra copies of the welfare, but you don't get rare prisms from the store if you have the 5 copies already, so there's still some merit. And honestly, I think everybody just admits that the one buff Mixa really needs is she just needs her costume, so that she and Miss Creative synergy. That would actually, make that work a lot better. But Halloween Liz got her Innocent Monster buffed. It is now, Halloween Monster. So the stars per turn has been raised to 10 to 20 stars per turn for 3 turns. The heal, which was previously, I think, 1k to 2k, is now 2k to 3k. Mm-hmm. It is also a buff strip for enemies. It strips the enemy's latest buffs. Nice. So knocks 1 buff off every enemy. And applies a debuff to every enemy who got stripped. They get 10% crit chance down for 3 turns. And Liz gains 20% NP for each buff removed. So technically for each debuff applied, but still.
So that's potentially 60.
Yeah.
Potentially.
So that's very solid. Gives her a much bigger heal, gives her much bigger star generation, and gives her quite a lot of utility in maps. You've got battery for faster charging for that NP of hers, which is still AoE buster, and you remove some debuffs. Brave Liz's NP has been buffed. It is now a rank V Noble Phantasm.
Really?
Yes, canonically. Yeah, no, we're going all out. I appreciate this.
I appreciate it.
Obviously, her damage cap has increased, the multiplier goes up, but her damage now pierces defenses, that is now defense-piercing damage, and it gives them 5 turns of spreading fire for 200%. Keep in mind, her NP already normally does burn damage for 5 turns, so now she is doing 3 times as much burn damage. So, still haven't solved that issue with her, skill sucking up battery like that, but, definitely you will see a lot more damage potential out of her, which is pretty good considering it's a single target. So yeah, her damage is increased. It's ignoring enemy defenses, and you get 5 turns of spreading fire. So let's see. Her normal is 5 turns for burn, so it starts at 500, so that becomes 15. And her max, if you can get her to 500% overcharge, is 2,500. So that would probably, I think if I'm understanding the percentages right, because it increases by 200%, is what it says in the notes. That means you're going to do 7,500 damage per turn for 5 turns.
A little ludicrous.
With being an NP5 single target buster, it's pretty solid. Decent work. You think she could pierce on one of her? No, she generates invul for herself. She does have a mana burst, though, which is nice. So yeah, doing some decent work there. And Nobu's strategy skill, which was just team-wide NP gain, has finally been buffed. Again, literally been like 8 years. And now it's actually going to be doing some good. So it retains the NP gain of like 20 to 30% for the team. And it also gives the party 10 to 20% buster and NP damage up for 3 turns. So very solid, normal team-wide buff. Obviously, it's for the whole team, so that means she gets the buster and NP damage up as well. And considering that, I think her trait damage against Writing and Divine was already pretty good. That's very solid. Like, I think in terms of pure damage, Nobu was flexed on a little by other 4-star archers, and obviously 5-star archers are very competitive, but this will really help her out. So yeah, this is some good buffs. And we also got some summon banners. One banner is Vlad 3 plus Liz. One banner is Okita and Summer Nobu, and one banner is MHX and Double X. Funny. No MHXA, but I think she might have had a banner recently. But yeah, that's good.
No, it's a servant and their friend.
Yeah,
pretty much.
We're working it out. But yeah, so there it is. Obviously, I know I've heard some rumblings that some people are going to continue to be kind of disappointed by the fact that we're not rolling into, a major event right away in the month. There's still the back half. This ends the 24th, so there's a couple of weeks left. I think there is an implication on the wind that since it's still supposed to be in the front half of this year, we will be getting our first Ordeal Call story event in June.
I'm gonna be real, y'all. Are you that eager to have to fucking pull out your wallet again? Tiamat and Draco just came out. Calm down.
Yeah, and there were a lot of banners for a lot of good limited. I mean, like I said, they just gave Lady Avalon a re-up, a very unexpected rerun banner. It's pretty solid. So yeah, like I said, I understand. If you are a day one, big time FGO player, all of your servants are fully leveled, you stay on top of your rank ups. This Evocation Festival just gives you new rank ups to do to knock out of the way, and that you can probably do that in the afternoon. Generally, I don't think this event is necessarily for that. Like I said, Halloween Liz and OG Nobu are the first 2 welfares in the game, barring the Saber Lily question. It has been fucking years since they have been available to the general public. So, I think it's good to get them back in rotation, to get them buffs to keep them up a little. And obviously, the game is trying to make acquiring these new welfares as smooth as possible with, like I said, double XP, double suck chance, half QP cost, making it a smooth transition, give you a chance to test them out with that damage bonus. And so, obviously, like I said, if you are a diehard player, this is not going to appeal to you very much. And I understand how that can feel kind of bad, because, you put a lot of time into this game, and it feels like the game's not giving you something to do with it right now. But I would also say, hey, that means you have more time to do other stuff, like play Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Highest scoring game on OpenCritic ever, apparently.
Still out for delivery, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Damn. Mine said fucking 10 p.m. for me, and I got it before I woke up. He was waiting.
Well, it might have been the latest by 10 p.m.
It's true. They did say arriving at least by then, but I'm they longballed it.
Yeah, I usually get that too.
Yeah. Yeah, there's obviously Liz did get a rerun event of sorts, that big Halloween refresh, but even then, that's been a little while. I think that's this year for us. Is Jax Demole this year? I think she is.
Yes.
Yeah, she's this Halloween. Yeah, so yeah. So even if you were a more current player, if you missed that chance to refresh, we've added 2 more Liz's back, so it's solid. I appreciate them doing this. And if this doesn't appeal to you, you got other stuff you can do. I don't think FGO minds. They'll catch you when they catch you, and I think Lasengo understands they will catch you. We seem to be transitioning from a period where FGO is constantly trying to be up with something new for you to do every single day. Like, I think it's been a while since we even did, like, hunting quests and stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think they're trying to switch towards, no. We may only be giving you one event, like, new event a month, but we're making sure it's got a really high production value, and we're trying to fire in on banners that you really want. So, like, we'll see if they can keep it up. Obviously, this does mean more dead weeks, but that means you can branch out into other hobbies, and FGO doesn't seem to mind. But that is all our news. The Grail front is still ongoing. We're not exactly sure what we're going to get after, but we'll probably be getting an announcement about something in a couple of days. I think my money's still on, you know? Oh, I feel like they've done future interlude campaigns, but maybe they add those in through other stuff. But my money's on Neurofest stuff, but we'll see. I think they should run the Neurofest before the Lost Belt, but we'll see. It might be the summer rerun.
It might.
Listen, as I said last week, it's hot enough. I was like 86 degrees. Also, it's doing that thing it does in Florida in the summer where it thunders every day. So, like, it's summer to me. I don't mind the rerun. But yeah, that's our news. We'll keep you posted. Obviously, we're still doing our build-up campaigns. Make sure to log in for regular apples and quartzes and stuff.
But with that is it for the news. So we're going to transition straight on over into the Let's Talk FGO Mailbag, the segment where we read what you have to say and comment accordingly. This week, we got, let me refresh, 9 submissions from our lovely, lovely listeners. And we're just going to get right into it. So we begin, meow. This first one comes from Gramps and Super Ryan Go Burr. I guess Gramps does go Burr. I do have a Gramps. I haven't leveled him yet. Wait, do I have a Gramps? I thought I had a Gramps.
I'm pretty sure you got a Gramps. I feel like that sounds right.
I feel like I have a Gramps. I have not leveled him if I have, because I am horrible about this. Listen, I'm going from the beginning. I'm going, like, we're going on a seniority basis here.
Yeah. First come, first serve. Also,
I haven't got
I deeply regret it, but I just flicked through some of our updates on Discord, and remember the Crows was talking about did an 8-man trial for dailies and got a healer on Wi-Fi.
Oof.
Panic.
But they say, question, howdy, Lucky and Omega. So after listening to the recap of LB5 Part 1, one of the things y'all mentioned was that if the MC would ever develop some sort of Grand Order MP and get an opportunity to use it. So with that in mind, I was curious, if you were to make a master a full servant with a full kit, what kind of skill effects would you like to see? Yes, he has Harem Protagonist EX.
Yeah, I think it's just, they got a lot of Mystic Codes. It's just kind of what your skills are like. You've got skills. I think it would be interesting in that episode in Lost Belt 5, we talked obviously about Wodaime as a boss, just showing the fuck up and shooting Grand Order Animus here at us. And I think I pitched it as like, I think if they could have and could go back like right now, and obviously that was a couple years ago, but would still be, or was, yeah, that was about a year and a half ago at this point. That was 2 winters ago was Lost Belt 5 Part 1. It was 2 calendar years ago, shall we say. But I think if, especially now, if Lysengo could like go back and redo it, I feel like they would, like the Human King Gaetia fight, they would just give us a sprite and have us just punch him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to bringing servants into it, obviously, which is a gameplay conceit. But your actual, like, skill list, I mean, I think that's just, you know, your whatever Mystic Code you have equipped is your stuff. You got 3.
But with that, let's keep going. This next one comes from Monster Girl Aficionado, who say, Dear Lucky and Omega, no question this week, just sending out good vibes. Wah, 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 wah. And wishing you well. Keep up the great work. Y'all the highlight of my week. Now go save Hyrule. I would if I had it. Refresh! Out for delivery!
What? I'm starting to feel a sense of danger for this delivery person's life. They're going to show up at the you're 5 stops away, and Lucky's going to fucking run them down.
No, they're going to step onto the porch and they're just going to hear Inhuman growling from underneath the deck. Pretty much. So we will move on, though. This next one comes from the Tyrant King, who is slowly considering of buying the Yu-Gi-Oh! 25th Kaiba briefcase. You can buy a Kaiba briefcase? Hold the fuck up here. Hang on.
Yeah. It's the 25th anniversary. They're busting out the stops. You can buy a special Kaiba's original padded briefcase with the logo.
Does it even have the 3 blue eyes in it?
Yeah.
That's sick.
That seems to be what they're going for. I don't think they actually showed it off, but yeah, there's a little clear block, and they're going to have a display for 3 cards in it.
No, I'm looking at it now. This does look pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
Occasionally, Konami knows what's up.
Check that shit out.
Yeah, it actually has. If you remove the top pad with the blue ice, it's actually got a functional storage deck in there.
That's sick. All right. But they say, question, hey guys, is there any anime song that just lives in head rent free? For me, it's Clear Mind by Masaki Endo, aka Shooting Star Dragon's theme from 5DS. Also, with Nearfest coming up eventually, what is your favorite thing to do while farming lotto boxes? Anyway, that's it for me. Sending good vibes your way. Wah. And hope you have a great evening. Oh, animes. Oh god, I have so many that live rent free in my head. Like, I have a lot by Sawano Hiroyuki that live rent free in my head, but I'm gonna be fucked if I can remember their names, because he likes to do some weird ass thing with his songs' names. Jesus.
Yeah, no, I mean, this may shock chat about how much of a weird old man I am, but I actually own a standalone, like, MP3 player, because phones are heavy, and it's hard to pace around the room with them. Though I guess I do have my Bluetooth, phone headpieces, but, this is before I had that. And that's, like, half video game music, half anime music. So I've got a shitload of MP3s from back in the day rattling around.
Like, honestly, what, like, currently in my head usually changes through the core. Like, right now, what's running in my head is Endless Labyrinth from Rokudo's Bad Girls. Also, the OP, the new OP from a Demon Slayer. I can't remember the name of it to save my life, but it's being done by Man with a Mission and Millet. That's really good. But if we're talking, like, overall, all time, just lives rent-free in my head, I have a very simple, easy. That's Fully Cooley OST 3 by the Pillows.
Yeah, the Fully Cooley OSTs are pretty iconic. It's been fucking years, but I still feel like I can hear some of those guitar sounds in my head.
Like Right On Shooting Star, Crazy Sunshine, fucking Little Buster, fucking, oh man.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's good shit.
No, it's the good shit, and so, yeah, no.
Also the fact that literally everything in, like, not to knock, there are some great anime composers in Japan. Shiro Sagasu did all of the original Bleach, and I think he came back for 1,000 Year Blood War. Like, he did all those OSTs, and it's really phenomenal. But, like, the fact that the original Fulukulu, they were like, hey, Pillows, we like you. Can you, do some opening and ending stuff? And they were like, what if we just did your entire soundtrack? So, all of the music in the original Fulukulu is just Pillow songs. And it's pretty good. Speaking of Bleach, though, like, almost all of the original, like, core season Bleach openings are, like, melted into my brain. I just heard those so much back in the day that I remember them so well.
Let's see.
Other than Life, Asterisk.
Asterisk and Detective Life is good. Ichiro no Hana is usually mine.
Yeah, Ichiro no Hana. Rolling Star.
I'm not a big fan of that one, but I remember it. If we're talking, like, not so recent, like I said, I can't name specific tracks off my head because usually I just have the beat. But a lot of Riona stuff, Eimer stuff. Let's see here. What else is usually? Claris, Man with a Mission.
I mean, the original. Not I say this. Not that the new one isn't good as well, but the first OP for
Ancient
Magus Bride, like,
yeah,
that one. Oof, that one's so good. That's talk about some rent free.
God, fucking, I can't remember the full fucking name, but people know. Supercell, the first ED for Bakemonogatari, that lives in my head, rent free too. I can't remember. It's
and obviously, like, to keep this on a Fate focus, like, Yuki Kajira's work for some of the Type Moon stuff is really good.
Oh yeah, no,
like, if first of all, if you've never watched the Karato Kyokai OVAs,
I was about to say,
they're really good. But also in general, like, pay attention to the soundtracking for that. There is some beautiful use of instrumentation and leitmotifs there. Like, there's so many different variations on Ryogi Shiki's, like, core theme, which are really good.
I don't think about it as much anymore, but I definitely remember this as a kid. Fucking Inner Universe from Ghost in the Shell standalone complex.
Oh yes, and it's a terrible shame because unfortunately the singer for Origa is deceased. But all of those are the Inner Universe, and then Rise from season 2, are like, all of those are really good.
No, that's one of the ending themes. One of the opening themes. The actually, let me see if I can find it here.
But yeah, Inner Universe is very iconic.
Oh, here it is.
That one also, just in general.
Supercell is a topic? What? Sorry, I just learned something here.
But also, the actual soundtrack for Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex is a Yoko Kanno work. It's really good. That's another shit that I just have rattling around on my computer for stuff.
Listen, I try not to like overpost like things and stuff, but there's just the songs I just randomly think about, and I'm just like, yes, this was good.
Yeah, I mean, we have a music channel for a reason.
I'll be on Anna's song forever, though, so let's not.
Actually, I have a good
going.
wraparound for this, because it's been very helpful to me in doing my work on the recaps. Thanks to the power of Sony, there are actually a lot of topics and playlists being added for the FGO soundtracks. All the tracks up to OST 3 are on YouTube.
Oh, sick.
In like playlist form too, so you can track them down really easy. Not sure when we'll get to the next one, but it shouldn't be that long.
7 o'clock. I'm gonna hit refresh again. Out for delivery.
You just hear a sound behind you. The fucking package is on your bed. What?
Fucking Amazon fairies. I knew it. But all right. As for the second part of this question, Neurofest thinks I usually just live my life. I'm usually playing another game or watching something.
Yeah, if Neurofest starts on Monday, like I think I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna be playing more Legend of Zelda because I can do that and have my phone out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm watching YouTube or TV or stuff.
But let's move on. So we move on, and this next one comes from Mesrick. They say, "Hello, I've been saving Corn since I started playing March 2023. Nice saving. I'm very excited for Anniversary and LB6. Lucky and Omega, what are your summoning plans for the crazy banners this summer on A? Unhinged." So, for me personally, I'll be starting off light on LB6. I only am gonna want like one copy of the Fairy Knights, and I don't know. I might pass initially on Morgan because, guys, I'm gonna be real. Morgan gets a lot of rate ups. She gets a lot of rate ups.
They went ham on Morgan very rapidly. They were like, "We understand what you want." Yeah. Also, by this point, people had been bitching for 2 years about the lack of Arjuna Alta rate ups, so I think they understood that. They were like, "We need to find more opportunity to do this more rapidly. The customer wants. There is demand. We must offer supply."
Yes. I'll also be going a little ham on Summer myself personally because this is the year of Avenger Comma, and people know what I'm about. Lucky almost said Rider Comma again. I don't know why this lives in my head. Someone needs to stop me.
What's going on with you? But also, Legendary, why do you have these things?
I remember him making this.
Yeah, have fun with that one. Support us on Patreon for as little as $1, and you can look into our patron chat on Discord, and you can see the shit I am seeing.
What did we call that? Was it Morgan Melon?
Morgan Melon. Wata Morgan. There we go.
Wata Morgan. That's what it was.
Yeah.
But Summer, I'll be going crazy for Avenger Comma. Everyone else, I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna be real. Summer units are usually pretty cool and pretty flashy, but they all pale in intensity compared to my need and desire for Avenger Comma. I'm gonna be real. No offense to them, just my love is too strong.
Yeah, I'm gonna be firing in on that banner as well because that's Summer Canis and Summer Say.
Mm-hmm.
So knowing my knowledge, I will end up with 4 Avenger Commas and none of the 4 stars somehow. I would like to remind everybody. I got, 3 total Tama Lancers before I got a Summer Mordred, and I got 2 Summer Musashis before I got a single Summer Carmilla. I do not have a good track record at this, y'all.
But you have an amazing track record, just not in what you want.
Well, yeah, no. I don't have a good track record at the targets of getting these statistically more likely 4 stars first. I will probably at least spend some tickets on Summon Banner 1 because of Summer Anastasia and Corday are cute. But, I know where my bread is buttered.
Yeah, no, I would definitely like a Summer Corday myself. I'm going to be... It's Corday, Anastasia, and who? Who's the third one?
Your 5-star is Summer Okita Alter.
That's right. No offense against Okitan. Again, I am just overwhelmingly blinded by Summer Comma.
Yeah, so that's where my banner results are. Obviously, you are going super ham on Anniversary as well.
Yes, because that is when we get our Coin Sky of Light, the gun bunny fox, and after that, gonna skip Oberon. I'm gonna be real. I have not seen anything that made me go, "Oh no, I love him" yet.
Oberon, I feel like, has a very, very specific strike zone, but we can't. I don't want to get into that because that relates to story stuff.
Mhm.
So we'll see how that one shakes out.
After that,
Well, you've got Jacques de Molay and Halloween Time.
Yep, that's...
And then I'm not crazy. Tunguska's this year, right? That's the end of this year?
I believe it is, yeah. Cause,
Yeah, I think it's the Coin Skies are back-to-back ish.
Yeah, because I'm pretty... Isn't of Dark our not our anniversary, our New Year's?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a pretty decent block up. Yep.
So that is that, and we will keep going on. Ooh, my chest hurts. I don't know why. Ugh.
Too much grease on those burgers.
Probably.
That's what always. Whenever my stomach is upset after I eat something resembling a meat patty, I'm like, too much grease.
Oh. Well, I need to eat them. They were the frozen pre-made patties, the ones that I absolutely hate because they're frozen pre-made and usually made with like the shittiest fucking beef you can get. But
you gotta get rid of them.
Yeah, I gotta get rid of them.
Somebody gotta eat them.
Someone's gotta eat them.
Anyway, next question box.
This next one comes from Killion King, who says, "No fake question. I feel like giving." Hang on. Oof. Excuse me. I guess I have to say anything as a question. What do you plan to do on Mother's Day? I have plans to make carrot cookies my mom made that I just recently learned was a recipe from my grandmother on my dad's side. Have a good weekend. Have a good Mother's Day. Auto vibes. And to... Oh, wait. Hang on. Nope. Wait. Nope.
あらあらまあまあ。
That's loud. I gotta turn that down.
Still a little loud. More manageable this time.
Yes.
We're working on it. We're dialing it in, okay?
And to clarify something I mentioned last week, the communication bot was the robot from the ongoing Nikkei event that Dorothy kept talking was responsible for getting in contact with the Ark. I'm glad you clarified. I don't fucking remember. I throw my hands up in the air, wave them around like I just don't care. Also because I'm flooring Nikkei. I just finished the fucking last hard map today. Got that fucking secret ending shit. I'm dying. Also dying because fucking White Memories is also hitting me in the Yoko Taro feels. God damn it. I'm pretty sure Yoko Taro is ghostwriting some of this Nikkei shit. And he's just laughing under his fucking Emil helmet.
What the fuck is that man doing at this time right now? I don't even know.
I don't know. Ugh. But for your original bit, I will probably just call my mom. My mom knows me. I am not a family dude. I don't spend a lot of time with my family for reasons. We won't get into those, but my mom understands this about me, so she just wants me to make sure I call and acknowledge that I'm still alive and I know that they're still alive.
Yeah, I don't know if we got anything extra particular. My parents will probably go up for dinner, but that'll be a Sunday, so it's this Sunday, in fact, so we have game stuff.
Oh, actually, that's right. Axe is right. They did confirm that they were, what did they call it? There's a soft confirm that they're doing a fucking New Year collab for Nikkei. And Yoko Taro is probably, mad typing away, just,
Because that is the beautiful thing about Yoko Taro. While he is an eccentric genius, if you hand him a stack of cash, he will collab with anyone. But, I'm just gonna fucking, chill out and not be in anybody's hair and stuff. Take care of my own business. My parents know what I'm about. I'll physically, because I still live in my parents' house, because again, real estate's expensive. I'll say hi, I'll give my mom a hug, and then we'll go on with our day.
Mm-hmm.
I used to get her things like extra orchids, but then she got too many orchids, so we had to put a cull on that. So we don't need any more stuff. The advantage of also still living in the house is, I know that, we don't need, bugs or any other weird... We're pretty full, okay? We're good.
So, let us moveth oneth.
Yep.
This next one comes from a king looking to punch the clown in his face. Playing Barotrauma? Oh, actually, did you get to see the latest Ruby Raptor video?
Yes.
It's so good.
I mean, he called it on Twitter his magnum opus. I think it's correct.
It is. It's so good. But they say, "Hey guys, I actually have a question this week. So my question is this: because the Throne of Heroes exists out of time, could someone in a Tsukihime world be able to summon a servant/heroic servant provided they had the proper ritual and or enough mana? Enjoy the weekend, guys, and I'll talk to you later." So, on a technical of technicals, yes. But you have to remember that the main distinction between Fate Worlds and Tsukihime Worlds is for lack of a better word, strength of the counterforce.
Mm-hmm.
The Throne of Heroes is an effect of the counterforce, which is the representation of Alea, the accumulation of the human unconsciousness. In Fate Worlds, that is a lot stronger, and so can do more direct interventions, i.e., summoning servants, and people can, summon servants from the Throne of Heroes.
Yeah.
In Tsukihime Worlds, though, that effect is much weaker, And so usually what the counterforce has to do is usually nudge people already there in proper directions. This is the case with, Kara no Kyokai and Tsukihime, just having the right person in the right area at the right time.
Not that Kara no Kyokai doesn't exist in a nebulous space where we're not sure if it's a Fate or a Tsukihime world or if it fucking matters, as, several Kara no Kyokai characters appear in, specifically in Meloy's further adventures.
Well, you gotta remember, the thing that splits the world is who gets fucking the magic eye cancelers. Does Toka steal him, or does Alko, does Alko steal him, or does Toko try to give him to Shiki?
Fair enough. Yeah, there's some back and forth there. But yes, like, I'm not gonna say that a Tsukihime style world could never have, fucking Masho and Artoria are both cameo characters in the latest Melty Blood. But normally, no, you would not be able to. And I think there is some, as usual for Nasu, there are lots of big, long expository data dumps in Tsukihime. I'm pretty sure the counterforce has come up at some point somewhere in there, and I don't remember if the concept of heroic spirits has been fielded. Because technically, heroic spirits as like a type of familiar is like just a form of magecraft. There are supposed to be specialists for it at the clock tower. It's just that the Holy Grail thing makes it a lot easier. But yeah, it is as Lucky said. Technically, yes, but practically no. If it did, it would have to be a specific story gimmick. Nasu's favorite watchword. But.
I wonder how many times Nasu just starts off explaining something with, yes, but.
I mean, Nasu's a real yes-ander of storytelling, You give him an option, he will fucking go off. Yeah, just the King get some dark. They got some light play in there. Plant your bright bloom.
So, wait, Lucky refreshes?
Yo, that's a fucking retweet from me.
Oh shit, it's 8 stops away!
No, we're under 10.
Oh,
what will happen first? Will we end the show, or will Lucky get his copy of Tears of the Kingdom?
Wait, that's I Street, that's 54th Street. Okay, I know where
Careful,
it is.
Lucky.
I know where it is. I know where the fuck it is.
Don't dox yourself on the episode.
Alright, I'll calm down. So, this next one comes from Crasinator, who has no free time since this week's weekend is only one day, the day I'm typing this. Sending well wish and hopes everyone this week finds some time to chill, because I sure as hell won't have any. Lol.
Oof.
Big oof. Well, make sure you get plenty of rest and try to manage your time good. Well,
good.
Oof. Well, good.
Is that everybody?
No, I got a couple more here.
Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at the comments in the studio, so they're in a different order than you're reading them from.
So this next one comes from King of Apples, who would be playing, but Dokkan Kingdom just released. So I need to put that on my wish list too. I need a game to destroy friendships.
Are you planning a live stream in the future, Lucky? We can get some stuff together.
Yeah. Listen, I want to make content, and I want to make good content. And the best content is people making clowns out of each other.
Yeah.
Anyway, they say, question, Gaia is the collective will of the planet, while Leia is the collective will of humanity. Could there be, has there been, other collective wills?
Yes. You ever met an ultimate one?
Those are the wills of, other celestial bodies.
Those are the sum total juice of other planets.
And I'm pretty sure there's some other gnarly things that maybe just aren't on as big a scale. There's a lot of shit on the reverse side of the world, y'all. You
could also probably make some arguments for certain forms of Kiara. She does get very physically and metaphysically large.
Large. Sorry, I'm just thinking about dumb jokes. Alright, but that has answered that. So, let us move on to the final one. And this last one comes from Agent 418, who says, hello, Lucky and Mega. Have a good weekend. Same to you, buddy. Thanks for wrapping us up.
By the way, that one is also at the bottom in the studio view.
Wild.
Way.
Let's go.
So it sounds like what's going to happen is that the show won't end before Lucky gets to gets his copy. Kind of. And did it get skipped? I don't think so. Let me pull up my comments.
Oh shit! Let me reopen it. Did I skip it? Let me look here. I see 9.
No, we said this one.
Yeah, no, Architect, yours was second.
Yeah. Like he talked about, he would save Hyrule if he had his copy.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, close this up. But that is the mailbag that takes us to Free Talk. It will not be very long. I'll, do my best to make sure we're scooching a little bit over an hour here, but we'll see. I'm not going to, like, stall hard for 12 minutes. But this is my notes for just Grailfront thoughts. I think Lucky said this on air, but if he didn't, you have not done any Grailfronts yet.
No, I have not started.
It's why they give you 2 weeks. But, so it'll be mostly from my end. But in general, I do want to say, and I feel like I've seen this echoed in our community as well, pretty big thumbs up on these. In general, I've mentioned before how there's usually 1 or 2 Grail maps, especially early, as we're getting back into the swing of things, that make me feel a little, gnashing of teeth, wail, lament. Haven't had that so far. In general, I feel like they are really hitting their stride on their Grail fronts, and they are finding a way to really balance them out. There's obviously a lot of things for you. They've added support servants, so usually each map has a free unit you've got to start with. It doesn't go against your cost. I feel like the costs generally for the number of unit slots you have been better. I haven't had to cut corners as much. Still a little bit of cutting corners, but that's because I'm trying to go for big splashy stuff. Like, if they put an archer slot, I'm like, can I fit Super Orion in this comp? Because he's very self-sufficient, chat. But also, there are, factors of, like, there are, squares, circles, there are, areas that have buffs, there are areas that have power-ups you can pick up, but also just static buffs. There are static debuffs in some areas, which actually, I was able to, in the very first map, get Nemo to stand on a demerit square and just, take damage every turn kind of a stuff. So that's neat. The treasure chests make interesting kind of optional objectives. You really don't have to go out of your way to get them, but like I said, if you can defeat the danger enemy and get the gold treasure chest, which is not usually that hard, you can get 5 of usually a decent mat. So it's all right. I feel like they've done something with Merlin's AI to make him a little more flexible, a little more gung-ho. I've had a couple people comment about how he's done, like, dumb moves where he accidentally leaves a lane open. But in general, I think that's better that he stays dynamic rather than just turtles, because otherwise you would just have to kill all the servants anyway, which, gets kind of annoying. I've had a decent mix of eliminate all enemy servants and just punch out Merlin when he gives me an opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like they've really hit a good balance for these maps, and overall I have positive feelings. You get tickets, you get mats, you get like a couple million QP per clear, and obviously at the end you get a Grail, so it's good. I think, is there one more Grail front after this, or is this the last one that we've done for a while?
It can't be the last one. I feel like
they were going pretty ham for a while in this block, and then they kind of fell off. But it's very solid. They should definitely slap some more, especially if they're this quality. We get a BB Grail front next. Okay, I'm sure there will be no cheating or anything there next year. Okay, well, hopefully they can squeak in another couple. That will be a great way to kill time, I think, for how Lysenko is currently doing things. Maybe they just need to think of a new person to stick in the master slot. Do Neurofest Grail front. We don't necessarily need that. We got a lot of Neuro with the arcade collab. I'm just thinking of funny things. Do an Ishtar Grail front. Everybody will be glad to do that. Anyway, yeah, got some stuff. It's good. It's pretty solid overall. I don't really have anything else to add to that. I'm just logging in every day, get my map done, do my tickets. Obviously, I am relying heavily on the fact that I've got Grailed units. Obviously, Saber slots can do stuff like Mordred. I can put my Grailed Medusa or Gareth in, those slots to keep it cheap. Been firing off some Python power because the way skills work, obviously she has some great longevity with her healing and NP regen. But also, they've given me some opportunities to just tuck in some other stuff, like I've been able to use Maeve on a couple maps that call for writers, because there are, male casters out there to really slap that damage bonus on. Been a decent selection of extra class nodes in these last couple of maps, so you can actually, take 1 or 2 of those along. So it's good. Overall, very positive. Thumbs up. Doing good work. Let me see. It's about halfway through the month. I will check on the Fanservant Friday poll. Okay, we've gotten more votes, but the numbers stayed relatively the same. Lamopin Saber has pulled slightly ahead of Neoptolemus Berserker. I believe that was the other way around last I checked, but got decent amounts of votes for other people everywhere. So we'll see how that shakes out. You only got a few days left. Only got about 4 days before that poll ends. So if you haven't voted, and you can as a patron, or if you wish to vote in that poll, consider it.
Mm-hmm.
I missed a beat there because I actually looked at my computer hotbar, and now it's decided to tell me about the thunderstorms, even though it's actually not been thundering for a while. If I had been able to get online and record when it was really thundering, you guys would have heard some crazy shit. It was fucking loud. I'm talking big whip cracks of thunder. Got some real ass thunder. But that is actually, I think everything for the show this week. FGO is light in the news. We're kind of in the middle of stuff. Obviously, I'm very excited. I'm personally very happy about where Evocation Festival is going. Like I said, I'm pretty sure like Liz's and Nobunaga were like way on the high of our list of like these are the servants, the welfares they need to bring back for this shit.
Yeah.
So that's that, and we'll keep on keeping on. Obviously, we'll keep you informed of stuff. If possible, we've discussed trying to, because YouTube has a lot of growth there, trying to branch out into shorts and stuff. If there is another, like, big announcement of what our next event is for probably, like, Monday or Tuesday, considering that'll be about a week into the Grail front, I'll try and hit you up with a bonus video, a news desk. Otherwise, pop into our Discord, stay loosey-goosey. I'll take this opportunity really quickly to, shill out for our other content. We do quite a lot of other content around here. We're trying new stuff as well, but, if you're in your Grail front grind, or if next week, like I said, the Neurofest fires, you need some stuff to do during Lotto. Got a lot of stream series going on. Wrapped up Grim Grimoire, so that's 4 episodes. Took me a little longer than I thought, but, got an extra couple hours in there, and that's all wrapped up. Monday, my current plan, unless Lucky wants to jump in and switch some stuff up, is to slide back into Mega Man Battle Network and just go down the line there, because that one did very well as a bonus stream last month. So there's some of that floating around. And obviously, I am a huge fan of our current Final Fantasy XIV series, where you can watch me play the award-winning MMORPG with a free trial up through Heavensward, which is actually kind of where, no longer on the free trial, but kind of where we are right now. We're in the back end of Heavensward. Did the Alliance Raid series last week. That was real fun. So, there's loads and loads of hours of that. Sorry, that's me chuckling because Patron Chat is trying to organize a way to drag this out for Lucky's delivery. No, we're not gonna. I don't need to stretch the show. It's fine.
3 stops away.
Yeah, we're getting there. But, like I said, we got extra content. You can keep your ear out for that. Obviously, pay attention to our APs. We have a Red Market Session 0, which obviously people generally like a nice new Session 0. They like the world building. And then the viewership falls off a little as the dreaded backlog rises, but we had a Gensekai session out there you can check out as well, and there'll be more Red Markets next week. Assuming Dallas can find a machine to run Discord on. He is legitimately voodoo cursed, I'll call it. Somebody rubbed a chicken on him when he wasn't looking. It's bad on his place of business. Anyway, we'll let you have with that other stuff. And obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, tune in later for What's Up. That'll be live on our channel that same day, and we'll be yelling about video games and stuff. Probably give you some early Tears of the Kingdom thoughts, talk about some other video game news. Lucky might be streaming Jedi Survivor, we don't know.
I do Tears of the Kingdom, too. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, like I said, we don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see what Lucky feels like, but there'll be stuff and things, and we can yell about things. Because there's quite a lot of video game stuff circulating. Summer Games Fest, lists have been announced. But with all that, yeah, I think it's just time to do the outro and skedoodle on out of here.
Cadoodle.
I'm looking at the mission clock. I don't think we're going to quite... It's 58 minutes. I don't know if we'll break an hour. It's been a long time since we had a show this brief. As I look at the 4-hour recap for Lost Belt 5 Part 1. Also, yeah, once again, that came out. Check it out if you dare. We get a lot more coherent, but that means we get a lot more talky. But all right, that means it's time to do the wrap-up. If you're watching this video on YouTube, be sure to give us a like. Leave your comments in the comment section down below. What welfares do you want to see next in Evocation Festival? Who do you think needs a buff? Consider it, chat. Think on it. You can also join our Discord. The link is always in the video description and on our channel page. You can... our Discord has been reorganized. You can find lots of stuff, hopefully easier now. And we have funny buttons. And of course, if you're new here and haven't already, please subscribe for more content, more Let's Talk FGO, more What's Up, more streams, more videos, more other stuff. And consider ringing the bell for notifications so you always know when we post a new video or when we're streaming. You can also support us by joining our channel memberships. Click the join button or the link below. Get access to membership badges and emotes. Remember, membership badges and emotes display on our channel comments during our live streams and in community pages so you can spruce up your mailbag entry. Sprucey. And of course, like I mentioned at the start, you can support us on Patreon, get access to episodes early in audio format for as little as $1 a month or approximately $10 a year. It's percentage based, so there's some non-dollar cents in there, but around that much. And at higher levels, you can get access to those topic polls we've mentioned, early video releases, and other stuff, including at our highest levels, listening to the show live every week, including the pre-show and the post-show where there is. There's not going to be a post-show this week. We're going to get the fuck out of here. I'm going to pick up my Switch controller and fucking skadoodle. Because that's it. That's the show.
It's the next stop. I'm going. Goodbye.